Okay, now we have the group set up appropriately, and we have an example of our first student entering the group to see information. So remember, we have this navigation over here on the left that I can filter through. I want to point out just a couple of things. If I click on pages, I went in as the teacher now and added a page called assignment information. And I put a link directly to the assignment, because remember, if you want to give a grade for this, you have to create a separate assignment outside of your group. So I created that assignment earlier, and now I just added a link so that they could access that very easily without having to go to another location in the course. And then I had some additional information added here of what they need to think about when they're working together as a group. So that was a page that I added. Under discussions, I, as the teacher, added a discussion. Remember, they're discussing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. So each of them now can come in and click on that and then hit reply, and they can add a reply. And then all of the other people in their group can see this. So this is a good starter for this particular lesson, because we need everybody to share their opinion in order to be able to create a group opinion on this. All right, so that's the discussion piece. The files, again, as I said earlier, these are files that they may need. Maybe they want to drop some PDFs in here of the lyrics to Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, or whatever it may be. They can add these those documents here so everybody in the group can add them or can access them. I want to talk about these bottom two here and demo this a little bit. If I'm doing a conference, and let's just say, we're all not in the same place, we're all working home virtually or something like that, I can come in here and create a conference. Group 1 conference, that's fine. Maybe it's not going to be quite that long. Maybe it's only 15 minutes. Maybe I do want to enable recording so people could record it and watch it back later. You can decide whether there's a time limit or not. In my case, I want to invite all group members. But if I uncheck that, I could say, no, I only want to talk to 2 or 3 or 4 of them. So I'm going to click on update. Here's our conference. The students and the teacher as well would just click the start button, or after somebody starts it, it will then turn to a join button for the rest of the people that are in there. I'm just going to close this, but you would select the audio that you wanted to use in here. And you come to a screen like this. So notice over here on the left, you have chat, which is the window that we see here. So the students could chat within this box. You also have shared notes. So let's just say there was a presentation in this window, which you can upload using this actions button here. You can do polls, presentations, or even share a video from YouTube or something like that in this big window. And then the students could each take notes on what they're watching here and collaborate on the notes as well. It also shows who is in here as a user. Now notice over here, I do have a toolbar, so I have different tools to draw, add text boxes and whatnot, undo what I just did, clear, and then there is a multi-user whiteboard, so it will show your name as you venture around the screen. So if I'm speaking, I can turn this on and say, okay, I'm talking about this one particular piece right here. Okay. Now we do not have video chat enabled for this. It is an extra piece that's not included. So this is mainly just going to be a video, or I'm sorry, an audio, or audio through your computer, or a call in through your phone that you can do here. Also notice you do have the start recording button up here, so you can record your session as well. Now I'm done on this screen. Let's say we already had our conversation and took our notes and whatever. I'm going to close that out, and it's going to take me back to my group. The other piece that I wanted to mention is collaborations. If I click on collaborations, you'll notice here's my option to select Google Docs, and that's really the big thing that you're probably going to use. And I'm going to just name this. All right, you could put in a description if you needed. And then down here you have the option to select the people that you would like to collaborate on this particular document with. including the teacher. So I am in here as the teacher, so I could include them as well. Click Start Collaborating. So now you'll see that we have this document here. It has been shared with everybody in the group, and now we can work on this particular document, write down our ideas. In this case, the assignment was to create a group, couple of sentences to explain how everyone felt about that song. So they would work together to create that, 1 or 2 sentences to turn in. Now, in this case, remember it is a separate assignment, so you will have to set it up so that they're turning in whatever it is they're turning in. Or in the case of what I did, for example, in this training, I set it so that there was no submission, because I, as the teacher in this case, was going to go look at each group and grade them for all of the pieces in the group that they collaborated on. But you can do it that way, or you can say, hey, I want you to submit this final work, and have them submit the link to this document. Keep in mind a couple of points. Number 1, only one student has to submit for the group. So if all of them submit, they're all going to just be overwriting each other. Also, once one student submits, you will see in your gradebook that assignment submitted for each one of the students that were in that group. So it automatically puts it in the gradebook for you. And we'll take a look at the gradebook next.